Hey, hey, everybody. Welcome in. I am Blue Lotus Vibes. Welcome back. If this is your first time coming, I greatly appreciate you coming. But for all my ones that already know and y'all have been around, I know y'all ain't seen Blue in a minute, but Blue decided to come on back for a little bit. But anyway, thank y'all so very much for coming. I am going to work on Juneteenth designs. If you are in the chat, please let me know that you can hear me. Give me a thumbs up. Give me a blue heart. But anyway, welcome to Blue Lotus Vibes, where we bloom even harder every day. Like I said, I am very grateful to be finally coming back to y'all today. Just for a short period of time. We're not going to tarry too long, but I do have two designs that I want to work on, and they are for Juneteenth. Thank you, Unbiased. Welcome in, Shay Shay. Welcome in, Unbiased. Welcome in, Donzel. Anybody in the back just listening, thank y'all for coming. I greatly appreciate y'all. But anyway, what I'm going to do is switch out to the table so that you can see. But I'm gonna back up for a minute so y'all can see. This is an old Juneteenth shirt that I made. And what I did on this shirt was I took a bunch of scraps that I had, all scrap vinyl, and I put it all together and made it into a design. So when y'all had them scrap vinyl, don't throw them away, baby. You can always figure out something to do with it. But anyway, thank y'all all for coming in. I greatly appreciate y'all. But like I said before, even though the Blue ain't been on here for a minute, we're not going to tarry too long. Okay, so I'm going to switch out my camera and let y'all see exactly my supplies that I'm going to use today and also my designs. Thank you for coming in, Danielle. I greatly appreciate you. So I'm going to make sure y'all can see the table real good. So, of course, we have our brush for our rhinestones. We also have our picking tools that we're going to use to pick up any rhinestones that are out of place. My little scooper, y'all know. If you know, then you know. This is my little scooper. I call it my little rhinestone pooper scooper, but we don't throw them away though. We gonna put them back where they belong at. Okay. So then you're gonna also, in order to pick up your rhinestones, you're gonna need to transfer tape. So I have plenty of that already cut. And y'all know y'all girl wear glasses. So I got my extra little pair of eyes just in case we have any rhinestones that are extra and that's in the way or out of place. So these are the two templates that I did make. And one of them, because I do have it on the back of another one, it say free-ish. It has a chain. And then we have the number 1865 on that. And then we also have another design that I made because I made two of them. Don't know if we're going to get to both of them, but y'all know how that go. We're going to work on it. And then I have another one that says still 1865 matters. Okay, so this is the one I really want to work on first. So I'm going to move the other one out the way. And how is everybody doing this wonderful Friday? Wonderful Friday. How is everybody doing? I'm going to make sure y'all can see this real good. So we're going to move this tape out the way. I'm going to tell you the colors that I am going to be working with. So we have black diamonds. Hey, Miss D, how you doing? Thank you for coming in. I greatly appreciate you. Up Designs. Hey, honey, how are you? We also have a green. I have a cyan red. We have like a yellowish yellow, or they got right here, lemon yellow. Hey, Bud Files, thank you for coming in. I have an opal white, and I also have Dorado, which is a gold. Now, I do have two different T-shirts because, like I said, we had planned to do it on two different shirts. So these are just regular Hanes shirts. I have a black and I have a gray. So if I do the gray, we would definitely use the black diamond so that would pop. But also, Maybe y'all didn't know, but black diamonds, they really bling. Bling, bling, blong, okay? Y'all know that's my word. Bling, bling, blong. They really do their thing on a black, okay? They show, and honey, you need a pair of glasses. But anyway, these are two shirts. I have my small little heat press, and we're going to go ahead and get started. So let me move some of this out of the way. And another thing, when y'all do cut out your flock, don't throw away your little pieces, your little extra pieces that you have. Because you see how I had this one on here? This will help you be able to hold that right in place. See how I did that? Right in place. Right in place to help you. And now I'm going to take and put one of these lights down here because I don't want to make it so it's too much, but I want to be able to see. Y'all know how that go. Y'all girl wear glasses. Well, how's everybody doing? Y'all know me. Talk to me. I talk back now. Okay, so the word still and matters. I'm thinking we're going to go ahead and use our yellow for that. Now, when you are doing different colors and you don't want the other rhinestones to fall in that place, you can easily use some tape and you can kind of like block that off to keep the rhinestones from falling into that other place. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and do this because I don't want them to slide down this way. Okay, and I'm thinking we're going to go ahead and do, since I'm going to put this on the black, I'm going to go ahead and use the rider up top. So the rest of these rhinestones, we're going to go ahead and move out of the way because we don't want to make a mistake and say them unsavory words. If we get some on the floor, we don't want that to happen because that's not going to be too good for us to have to be trying to get that up. But what is everybody doing? How has everybody been? I'm so grateful and thankful to be coming back to y'all. Let me know if y'all hear this fan in the background, y'all, because y'all know it's story time. I'm going to give y'all a little story. Okay? So y'all know I was supposed to came on the other day, right? On Wednesday. But baby, let me tell you how the air conditioner went out, right? And y'all know, if you know, you know. The air conditioner went out and I was waiting for the air conditioner person to come. So anyway, the air conditioner man came. He checked it out and he said, you know what? It don't need a filter, honey. I'm going to have to come back because I'm going to have to put some Freon in here. So baby, if you know, you know. So I'm waiting and I'm waiting and I'm waiting. He finally rang the doorbell, came on, check, and did what he had to do. But he's still not finished, y'all. He got to come back. And this Arm Dorado is by the Baby's Booty. I have a whole collection of different ones I'm using from different companies today. But I just wanted to make y'all know aware that this is actually Baby's Booty Arm Dorado that I am using. Hey, mama. Hey, Mama Queenie. Thank you for coming in. I greatly appreciate you. Like she said, y'all, hit that like button. She working, but she here. Thank you, Mama. But anyway, let me finish telling y'all because, like I said, I got story time. I had to put that tape up there, y'all, because these, the plastic that I have this on, it has the little holes because this is really a cutting mat that you can use in your kitchen. But these work well for your designs once you cut them out with flock. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and brush these in. But like I said, the man was supposed to have came back again yesterday, but that didn't happen. So today is Friday. So if y'all hear that fan in the background, y'all please excuse all that extra noise because I had to even open the window because it's been some kind of hot here, okay? Not too hot today. I'm thankful for that. And I see a red one in here. Every now and then, sometimes you mix up your rhinestones when you put in the back. So I do see a red. And like I said, your girl wear glasses, so we're going to put that light down here a little bit so I can find that extra one that I did see. It's a red in here. We're going to go ahead and take him out. I did have a little piece. Here we go. So when you find them and them ones that don't go there, it's best to sometimes have a little extra little cup on the side so you can put them back where they belong at later. But how has everybody been doing? What has everybody been working on? Like I said, talk to me because I do talk back. I hope everybody has been having a wonderful time doing whatever it is that you need to do because life truly be life in y'all. It really do. And so many times when you think you're going to be able to handle and do what you need to do, sometimes life throws you that little curve and you have to do what? You have to pivot. Keep going. Pivot. Keep going. But I have been working on several designs. I did do a few. I do have some of them in my Etsy shop. However, I have not fully put everything in there like I need to. But I'm gonna work on it. How about that? I'm gonna get better at it. I'm gonna work on it and get better at it. We're gonna move some of this to the side because we don't need all of that. Like I said, your girl wear glasses, so I will be taking my picker and my extra set of eyes, and we're gonna go over the top part to make sure that I have everything in the hole. And it really looked like I missed a whole lot. For real, my middle daughter graduated high school. Oh, well, congratulations, Danielle. And much, much success for your daughter. Much, much success for your daughter. Okay, so I'm going to find my little, once I can find out where I put it at. Okay, so I have a little small little edger or brush. We're going to go ahead and scoop some of this back up in here. And I'm going to also take and put some of it back down here because we missed a whole lot over here. Me trying to run my mouth. Okay. Y'all hear a little noise. That's nothing but Dakota and my little grandpa. Because they want to come in and I told them they had to go out. Because people wanted to come in and see the live. They didn't want to come and hear them be making a bunch of noise all day. Okay. Yeah. So I had to put them out, y'all. All right, so like the little pooper scooper, the little rhinestone scooper, we're going to put that back in there. All right. Now, I'm going to close that back up. We're going to brush across here again. I'm going to use the smaller one this time, see if we can get a whole lot more back into the little rhinestone hole. And I'm going to tell y'all something about the, I don't know if y'all use Cricut or not, but honey, I'm gonna tell y'all about Cricut. Cricut was acting real funny when I cut this out the other day. So some of my holes came out a little, like oblong instead of coming out like they should have, which was the regular size holes. Some of them was coming out oval shape. And I was like, I don't care what you doing, honey. But you better go ahead and cut this design out because what I am going to do is use this. Because don't nobody have no money to be thrown away. So I said, regardless, we will be using this. Okay, so I'm going to get my extra set of eyes, y'all. We're going to go ahead down. I don't want to flash it in y'all face. And we're going to go ahead and use this and put these little rhinestones in here. So what has everybody been working on? What does anybody have anything planned for this weekend? What y'all doing? Like I said, talk to me. I talk back, honey. Talk to me. I talk back. Yeah, but like I said, I am glad to be coming live today. Because I said sometimes when you stay off that horse a little bit too long, it might take you a minute to get back on that horse and go and do what you need to do. But once you get back on that horse and know that you're okay, You'll get back on it and ride it just fine. Okay. So this is me not only testing out my design, but just getting back at it. Cause y'all, can I be honest with y'all? Baby, I ain't gonna tell you a girl won't nervous. And I know y'all saying, Blue, you need to stop. You done been live I don't know how many times. But it's not so true when you haven't done it in a while. And like I said, when you go live, it's very personable because you're letting people into your home, into whatever you're doing, whatever you're working on, just into your space. Period. So it takes time sometimes when you know do go live. You have to work up that nerve and be like, okay, you over it, get over it, you good, you fine, you got this. So it is what it is. Hey, Donzel, how are you? Thank you for coming in. I greatly appreciate it. Sure. How you been? Y'all, these hoes right here. I don't know if y'all can see them, but they funny acting. They the oblong ones up top. That might be why it didn't go straight in, and that it wanted to give me like that little sad little thing, like girl, we ain't about to do this one. But we are gonna get this in here. We're gonna get this popping. And like I said, I'm not gonna tarry too long. But I did want to try out these two designs. Sounds like Juneteenth is coming up. Although so many of us celebrate Juneteenth all 365 days of the year, it's some of us that like to at least represent by having something on that actually says Juneteenth on that particular day. So I say, you know what, for those that do, but I also made this design so that it would be wearable all year round because I don't have the words Juneteenth on here. I just have, like this says, still 1865 matters. So you can wear that all year round. And for all of those that out there that does design different things, when it comes to holidays, you can actually make sure that when you're designing that some words that you might want to leave out so that they can be able to wear it all year round, because you have some people that only wear certain things on holidays, and then you have some that will love and like to actually be able to wear a particular design that you might have made, but they want to be able to wear it all year round and they're not just for that one particular day. So all my designers out there, when y'all are thinking of designing, that might be a little tip for you. A little tip for you. Okay? Just a little tip. But thank y'all for coming out. I greatly appreciate it. I really truly did. Because like I said, Wednesday was not the day. That was like a touch and go, but I was like, you know what? Get back up on that horse, girl. You got this. You can do it. Yeah, y'all. This word still right here. He a little because this is the one that I was telling y'all to cut the little oval holes. And I don't know if maybe it's my blade, and I'm probably gonna have to go in there and change the blade, or I'm probably gonna have to recalibrate my Cricut, because I know I've heard so many people before now have talked about their Cricut has given them these oval holes. And like I said, this is my first time. So when I seen it, I was like, oh no, baby, what we doing right here? We is testing the waters today. But I said, guess what? We still gonna use it. We still gonna use it. We're not gonna throw away no flour because we're not throwing away no money. I don't have no money to throw away. Okay. So, like I said, we're gonna keep this hush puppy rolling. We're not gonna tear it too long. I'm gonna get a couple of these rhinestones up in here. We're gonna pull that up, and then we're gonna keep it moving because it really don't take long to brush this in, because I didn't make this design big and complicated. I wanted it to be something that was simple, something that was right to the point, and something you can wear all year round. Now the colors, you can choose any color that you would like to, use according to whatever shirt that is that you want to put it on. Like I said, by me putting this one on black, I'm feeling like Dorado, being that it's that golden yellow, that it will really pop out for the black. Like I said, I apologize if y'all can hear the puppies in the back really running their mouth now for some odd reason. And just like that, we are almost finished with steel. And we're going to move along and go ahead and do the rest of them. I already have some pieces already cut out for my transfer of picking these up. So that really truly will not take us too long. But anyway, you're doing good. Okay, Donzel. Well, thank you for coming in. I greatly appreciate you. Are you working? Are you off and chilling, or is it your lunch break? We're going to pull some more from over here out this corner, y'all. I'm just going in because this is very tedious how the Cricket wanted to cut. I said Cricket up all days. You know we needed that thing cut right. You know we needed it cut right. Okay, we have a few over here in the tea. We're going to put that in here. Then we're going to go to this eye. And hopefully this does not take too long. Because of those holes, they are very tight, y'all. Very, very tight. And it probably would have went in a whole lot quicker had it not been for the holes cutting oblong, like an oval shape. It was really weird when I didn't catch it until after. You know, sometimes when you're doing your design, you don't really catch it till after it's already cut. So when I started pulling it apart, and then I was like, okay, what in the world? Why is this like this? And I was like, we still gonna use it, honey, because nobody got no money to be throwing away. Okay, so we are almost finished. We got a few right here in the eye. And then after that, we will be picking up our design. So today was the last day of school for my child, and I live in the VA area. Anybody else's children came out today, out of school? Today was their last day. And it's really truly been hot and rainy here lately, y'all. Today it feels kind of cool though, but we did have some rain. It's been really, really raining. Like we've been getting April shower for the Mayflowers, but it been the opposite. It been backwards. Yeah. You say yes, ma'am. Okay. All right, y'all. We are almost finished. Like I said, we got this L to finish. We're gonna take out our transfer tape. We're gonna pull it up, and we're gonna keep this hush puppy rolling. Yes. For all of y'all that don't necessarily do rhinestones, but you love inspiration, motivation, on Mondays, I do what is called my 5 series, where I give you like a little motivation to get your week started. And then on Tuesday through Friday, I do what is called motivational mug, where we have like a little short. That's a little bit motivation, something to get you going, something to keep your day going. And I have a whole playlist of that. So when you feel like you need to just get a little inspiration, a little go over and check out some of my motivational mugs. So just a little something. Get that little coffee in your hand, that little tea, that little water, juice, whichever one you do. Okay, we got a double one. We're going to go ahead and put him to the side because we don't need him. We only need one for one hole. Okay, one for one. One for one, that two for two. Okay, so let me go over them and make sure everybody is lined up in their hole properly. And once we have those, then we're going to go ahead. See, we got two right here. So everybody and their mama wanted to get up in this one hole. So when you can't get that out, you just take your little tweezers like this. All right, where was that at? Take your little tweezers like this and just pick them up. Because sometimes it be too much glue on the backing. And then sometimes it very well might actually be the glue off of this flock right here, y'all. Because I'm going to tell y'all some of this flock. Baby, I got this blue flock. But this blue flock, you got to really pull. And I had changed my settings not once, not twice, but 2 times. So this is what our steel is looking like. I'm going to go ahead and turn that light out. We're going to go ahead and scoop these on back because we don't want to get down in here. Let's go ahead and pull out a piece of transfer tape. We're going to pull that one up. And then we're going to keep this hush puppy rolling. Now for the letters, I'm thinking that I want to do different colors. Okay, I got one right here. Let me pull this one up. So I'm going to probably go in. Thank you. Who is this? Blue. I'm in vacation now, but I return back to work on Monday. Okay, well, I want you to enjoy your vacation of design. And thank you for coming in, Blue TMBB. I greatly appreciate you. How are you today? Go straight down. When you're going to pick up your rhinestones, you don't take too long on it. Because if you study long, you study wrong, okay? I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. Sometimes those rhinestones be so magnetic where it'll just pick up and attract to your transfer tape. And you don't want that to happen. So you need to just go in, pick it up, and be done with it. And sometimes that be making me nervous, y'all. I ain't even going to lie to you. Now we got that one that want to stay back. When you have them that want to stay back, go ahead and just pick up what you can. And you can very well put them in place once you have already put your design down on your particular item that you're going to put it on. So we're going to go ahead and pick this up like this. I'm not going to worry too much about those right there because I will come back and get those. I'm going to put the backing back on this. I think I got too many things stuck up on these backings because you don't want to throw these away, y'all. You want to keep them. You want to keep these. So if you have your little tape, once you do your design, don't throw it away, y'all. You can reuse this. You can reuse it. So just like this, we're going to go down. Let me see how we got this. We're going to go down, pick it up, and we're going to get this out the way. So this is the way this word is coming out. Like I said, this is the word still. Now I know I will sub to you out. I had hit it again. Okay. Well, thank you for coming in. I greatly appreciate you. All right, y'all. So we're going to keep going. And now ready to go back. I know that's right, up design. You ain't ready to go back. You are not ready. Okay. All right. So here we go. We're going to put them back in. Like I said, we know that we have 1 or 2 rhinestones that are not in place in the top of our word. But however, we will go back and get that taken care of when it's time to press. So you want to make sure all your rhinestones go back. On the word still, I know I still have some that are stuck up in here. So I'm going to actually leave them. I'm not going to fool with them because we want to keep them on and not be stuck in that one little thing. Okay, so for the word 1865, I know that I want to definitely use different colors for the numbers. I'm thinking maybe, since it's going to be on black, I'm thinking maybe a green for one, a red, a yellow. Well, I don't know because we used the gold. So let's do these two probably in a red, a green, and a white. So let's do red, green, white. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and block off some of these. I do have extra pieces. Like I said, I keep all of my extra pieces after I cut my flock because they're easy to use. Okay. You said June 17th. Okay. Well, happy early anniversary of Designs. And I wish you many, many more. Many, many more. So I'm just blocking off y'all with the extra little flock that I have, because we only want to do just this. So what did I say? Red, red, green, and white. Well, let's do white on this one first. So we're going to do the one white. And you don't want to use too many. So I'm going to pour them in this top right here. And this is white opal. So I'm going to shake a little bit, enough in my top. I'm going to bring one of these lights down because, like I said, your girl wear glasses. We want to make sure I can see good. Okay. All right. So we're going to take and tap those in. I'm not going to use too many, but I think I need a little bit more than that. Okay. And then I'm going to individually pick these up so that I do not mess it up. Because even though you see this gold right here, it does not lay like this. The design actually is, you'll see it once I put it together. Okay, so we're going to go ahead. Come on now, behave. Brush on in here. Let's get our little light going on, y'all. Thank you for subscribing. I greatly appreciate you. Thank you, Miss Karen D, for coming in. How are you this evening? Hope you are having a wonderful Friday. How has your week been? All right, y'all. So we're going to go ahead and do it like that. And you can see some of these rhinestones are not behaving because those are them holes, y'all. I'm telling you. Cricket ain't do me good. Okay. Cricket said, nah, girl, you're going to figure that one out on your own. So it's not going to take us too long. We're going to go ahead and go in here. Pick them up. And true story, y'all. Not too long ago, this used to be the only way that I would do rhinestones. I used to do one at a time, piece by piece. Yes, I did. I used to do piece by piece, one rhinestone at a time, y'all. And then I had got to the point where I had learned how to really use the brush real good. Because sometimes, and I don't know why this one is stick on here, sometimes you got to work with it. You've been busy week, stopping for a break. We'll be getting back to it in a bit. Okay, well, I greatly appreciate you for coming in. Y'all, please, if y'all have to leave, I greatly appreciate y'all coming in, hitting the like button. You know, give me a little thumbs up. I greatly appreciate it. And even if you do catch this on a repeat, I hope that you will definitely make sure that you leave me some type of comment. Just let your girl know that, hey, Blue, I stopped by. I came to check you out. I came for a little visit. I couldn't stay too long. Couldn't tarry too long. But guess what? I came to just check you out for a minute. That was it. And you know what? I greatly appreciate that. I really, 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 truly do. So, like I said, we ain't going to tarry too long. We almost finished with this one. This is white opal that I'm using. And then I will go on to use, I think the next one we will use is a green. Okay, so we're going to do green next, which is going to be the 8. And then after that, well, no, we don't want it to be matchy. So I'm thinking white, green, and then red. So we use red, and green, and white because this is going on a black shirt. Okay. So we'll do it like that. And that should work. That should truly, truly work out. Yeah. But does anybody have anything planned for June 19th that they're going to be doing? Anything special that you're going to be doing? Y'all give me 1 minute. I do appreciate y'all. And give me 1 minute. 1 quick minute, please. 1 quick minute. Hey, y'all. I'm back. I am back, y'all. I could hear them and they was aggravating me. So I was like, I ain't gonna have y'all keep hearing them in the background, okay? We don't need all that. But you said Cricket ain't got nothing on blue. Thank you. Thank you. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you. Precious Fee says, how are you, honey? Thank you for coming in. How have you been? What have you been doing? What are you working on? Thank you, Daniel. I greatly appreciate you. Hey, I did say, I don't like to say that word because try means to not do. So I don't say try. We're going to work on it. We're going to work it through. We're going to get it done one way or another. You want to be a little but we're going to get it done one way or another. You just got to do what you got to do. And that's any type of, to tell y'all the truth, it's any type of project, any type of thing that you want to do. Sometimes if you cannot figure out how to do it one way, you have to come back at it and be like, you know what? Let me do it this way. Let's see how that's going to work out. So as y'all can see, we went on and got that one done, and that's in white opal. I'm going to brush these over to the side. We're going to pick that one up, and we're going to keep it going. How I say? We're going to keep this hush puppy rolling, baby. Because we is not going to let these holes that Cricket wanted to cut out opal, we ain't going to let that deter us. We're going to keep it moving. Okay? So let me get a piece of tape. So I have the small ones right here. And what we're going to do is we're going to see which one going to fit. Because like I said, you don't throw your tape away. You don't throw your tape away. Keep it. All right, and just like this, we're gonna go straight down. Like I said, this one make me nervous, y'all, but you just got to do it. You can't play around with it. You got to do it. Okay, we're gonna take and smooth it down, just like that. One want to sit back. We say nope. You come on too. Everybody going, and just like that, we got it. We're gonna put this one right here, just like that. We got our one. All right, I'm going to take these extra pieces off the back because we want to get these out of the way. And just like that, we're going to put this over here to the side and keep it moving. All right, let me pick these up because we don't want to do too many mixes like we now unless we really trying to mix them up, okay? And we're not. All right, we don't want our light to mess up. We don't want that to go dim on us, so I'm going to turn that off for a minute. And we're going to go ahead and pooper scooper get this up. Get this on up out our way. And then we're going to do red. Cyan red is going to be the color that we're going to use. And I think I'm going to have it going across right here. So we'll use that for the 8 and the 6, the red. And then I'll put the green over here in the 5. Okay, so we're going to pick those up. Because if you don't, like I said, they're either going to be on the floor or you're going to have you a nice little mix going on, whichever one you want to do. And then I know a lot of times around my self-healing mat, after a live, I always have to go and scoop up under here because a lot of times it be them one or two. Like I think I got a gold one right there. A lot of times they get up under there. They be having a mind of their own. And then I have to look in the pooper scooper sometimes because y'all see that hole in there. Sometimes, a lot of times, it be some of them that get stuck down in the inside of there. So every now and then I take the back part off and I put it right over top to make sure. See, that's a red one, and I'm not even working on red yet. So this must have come from a different one that I had. Whatever I worked on last time, he was right there. So this is why it's also good to have, like I said, a little piece of something, like a little top that you can put these in, so that way you can separate them and put them back where they properly need to go at. Not unless you're going to make a mix now. If you're going to make a mix, go right on, honey. Anyway, we're going to go ahead now and let's do this green one because he's the only one by himself. So we're going to go ahead, go this way with it because these little pieces come in handy, y'all. They really, really, truly do. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and put this like this. All right. And now all we have is the green to do. So let me see what my green is. All right. We're going to go ahead, put the green in. But I'm going to block this so that we will not get this into that. So let's do this like this. Because I don't really think it look like we got one right here. Let me put him right there. So we're going to go ahead and do this like that. I'm going to put the green in the top. So we just want a little bit of this sauce, not too much. Okay, just enough. Just enough to fill it up. Okay, and we're going to dump it just like that. I'm going to use this small brush. By me having hand problems, sometimes it's better for me to use this. And every now and then, I can kind of get control more over that small brush. But for me, to be able to really brush it in, get it done a whole lot quicker, I like to use this big brush. And this is nothing more than an edger, y'all, that you can get from Lowe's, Home Depot, Amazon, you know, different places like that. Okay, so we're going to put a little bit more in because I'm trying to put enough on top of here to try to combat those ill-shaped holes that Cricket wanted to give me, y'all. Because Cricket said, girl, you're going to figure this one out yourself for real, for real. I'm going to give you what I got because I'm not giving it to you the right way. And you figure the rest out. Okay, so like I said, every now and then that brush, he don't be working for me. And I'm going to put enough in here to try to make him, y'all know I don't like that word try, but we going to say it. They try to make him go in here so we don't have to hand place too many of them. But by this being small, it really don't take that long. Okay? And it looked like nobody went back in that hole. Let me get my light. Don't look like nobody went in here, y'all. It don't. It don't, y'all. It really, really, truly don't. Yeah. It look like they playing in my face. So we going to go ahead and move them over here to the side. And we just going to go ahead and do what we do and be done with it. Because, y'all know my favorite word. We're not going to tarry too long. We're really, truly not. So like I said, I came on here to try out these two designs. Do a little chitty chatting with y'all. Seeing what's going on. See how everybody going on. And basically, see if this is what I want to do again, y'all. Because I used to come on a lot. I did. And Blue just might get back up on that horse and just go ahead and do it. You know, I have a lot of different things that I like to do. So I don't just do rhinestone, I do a whole lot. Not just motivation, I do a whole lot. Okay. So if I do decide to come on here live a little bit more, I'm going to go ahead and branch out my horizon and show y'all a little bit more of the different things that I do. Like I just had a card launch party and I went on and I made t-shirt, keychain, a cup, well, a tumbler, and I also made the badge. And all of them that I made sure that they could scan the QR code on each one of those items, and they will be able to go right to the card um, website. So the shirt had it, and I made sure that the shirt was like a glow in the dark. So if it was at night, you could still see everything on the shirt and you could scan the QR code. I made tissue paper that actually had the code, and it also had the card itself on the tissue paper as well. The bag, the cup, like I said, everything that I made for that particular person for the launch party of the card game, you could scan whatever she had in her hand or on her, you could actually take and scan it and go right to her website. So it's just a different little things that I do that I really truly do not really, show. I don't do a live for it all the time. I might not do a short for it all the time. I'm going to go ahead and start branching out and showing that a little bit more because I know y'all be thinking, oh, Blue only do motivation. Blue only do rhinestones. No, it's a whole lot that Blue do. Trust me. Trust me that I might, have not ever shown you or you even known. But we're going to get into it. How they say we're going to get into it. We really, really, truly are. So y'all just stick around with the kid a little bit. Okay? Stick around with the kid a little bit. But we are almost finished with this fab, y'all. Like I said, we'd have been and brushed this in already. We'd have been done if Cricket hadn't showed his love and decided he wanted to cut them holes oblong for us instead of cutting the regular round little holes. And me being me, I was like, nope, I'm not going to throw this away. I'm not. We're going to use this because what I'm not going to do is throw away no money. This is my money right here. And ain't nobody handing me no big old bundles of cash. And ain't nobody handing me no flock, okay? When you sit up there and buy your own supplies, you have to make sure that you use them and be frugal with it. So I meant I wasn't going to throw this away, that we was going to use this regardless. Right. The motivation is awesome as well as your other skills. Thank you. I greatly appreciate you, Miss D. I greatly appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you for your continued support. I greatly appreciate you, honey. Yes. Greatly appreciate each and every one of y'all. Because you don't have to do it, but you do. You really don't, but you do. Yeah, support is everything. Support is everything. It really, truly is. Yes, it is. I am very grateful and thankful. Y'all, just like that, I'm talking to y'all, and we are almost finished because it don't take too long. Because how they say, ain't nothing to it but to do it. Nothing to it but to do it. But can y'all imagine doing thousands and thousands of rhinestones by hand? Because that's what your girl used to do. I used to do them by hand, y'all. I would get my favorite show, like something off of Netflix, or I might even turn on YouTube and be supporting different YouTubers. And while I'm watching their channel, then I would sit up there and make sure that I was handling my business because, your girl a little extra. I might want to change up the color. So the color might have been, was going to be green in this section, red in that section, and brown in that section or something else. So I will block this off like I'm doing now. And then I would take and I'll take my time and customize. Because believe it or not, a lot of people like customization. They like for you to customize. And by you doing that, it's more or less like that's a one of a kind. That's mine. You know, it was done for me in that particular way. So you might have some people that's like that. And then some people might be like, nah, you ain't got to do all that. Just do the regular color. I'm good. And just like that, we are finished. I'm going to put that one in there. And then we're going to keep it moving, y'all. Okay, wait a minute. Somebody want to move out of place. Okay, so we got that done. We're going to go ahead and scoop this up. I'm definitely going to go check it out. Okay, thank you. I greatly appreciate you, honey. We're going to go ahead, move these up out the way. Scrape, scrape, scrape. Get these out the way. Uh-oh, I think I scraped some and wind up picking them up. But I'm going to take one or two of them, put them back where they go at. And I'm going to go ahead and pick this up before I go scraping again, so we won't have too many out of place. All right. Look like somebody stuck to the side. We don't need that, honey. All right. There we go. Okay, let's get our tape. And I got a small piece right here. We're going to go ahead and pull that up so we can keep this hush puppy rolling. All right, so we got this tape. Pull it apart. Put it straight down. Straight down real quick. Woof. Like that. Give it a little rubbing. Give it a little rubbing. Just a little bit. Not too much. And just like that. You have that one or two. Just mash down. And pull them right on up. Make sure everybody flat. We're going to go down like that. And pull them up. We're going to move that out the way because we don't want that messed up. Like I said, we're going to pick up this green. And I must have something sticky over here on this this flock. Y'all, this flock, I'm going to tell y'all about this flock. This flock is really sticky. It really truly is. So that might have been that I had another piece on top of that one. And that might have been very well why that one decided to be sticky. But I'm definitely going to move him out the way because he ain't going to get in our way. Okay, and just like that, we are done with the green. I'm going to check this again at the bottom. Like I said, the rhinestones get stuck in the cork bottom. Bottom, I meant. All right, we finished with that. We're going to put that out the way. We got our satin next. And this sticky piece right here, we're going to go ahead and move him out the way. We don't need more fool with him again. I just put another piece right there. Okay, so we're going to pull this up. Put this to the side for a minute. And hopefully, I won't have too many. You know what? I can do one better. That's what I'm going to do, y'all. Because I forgot that I didn't have these. See the backing, y'all? The backing is very, very. See how sticky that is? See how that is, y'all? It's sticky. Very sticky. But anyway. So since it's already up, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do us one solid. I'm going to move this up out the way. I'm going to put this on this mat right here. And we're going to go and get our 8 on. And we're going to go and get our 6 on. 1865, y'all. I'm getting ready. I'm getting ready to say, wait a minute, this is a 9. Nope, not a 9, y'all. A 6. Y'all don't laugh at me, okay? Y'all don't laugh at me. Say, girl, get it together. That's supposed to be a 6, not a 9. All right, so we're going to do this one right here. And we're going to put this one right here. And like I said, we're going to use our red. All right. And hopefully this will go in and we don't have too many problems. Hopefully. I'm going to put enough down. like that. I also know that I have some black diamond in here. So every now and then I know I'm gonna need my little extra little piece over here because I was using something. I was using the two colors together, and somehow or another, you be thinking you only picking up one color, and that don't be the case. So we're gonna go ahead and gently brush this in this 8. Hopefully they go in pretty good, but we don't have too many problems. And then we're gonna go ahead, do our last word, which is matters. And then we're gonna be ready to press. Okay? Are gonna definitely be ready to press. But if everybody is in here and you're at work and you're listening in and you're having your lunch time, I greatly appreciate you for stopping in. And for all y'all in the bushes, hey bush people, thank y'all. I greatly appreciate y'all. Greatly appreciate y'all. All right, I'm gonna scrape off these, the ones that didn't connect and hold. And let me get this other brush. This is another thing. When you use these little brushes, you have to be careful. Let me make sure y'all can see. You have to make sure you be careful because it's like these little brushes we have in teeth, y'all. They be definitely attracting and holding the rhinestones. I be holding them for ransom, Chad. So you got to make sure you check your brushes, especially if you do not want to go through the problem of mixing your rhinestones. And like I said, that 8 being kind of funny. Let's see how the 6 do us. And hopefully it will get in where we don't have to pay and place too many. But it still don't take me too long to place them in because this is small, y'all. This is definitely small compared to the big items that I have hand placed in. Just like that, we're going to make sure we get all of those out of there. And then they go back where they belong. Let me try the big brush. Hopefully we get enough in where we don't have too much of a problem. But y'all, after a while, they're trying to get them straight and they don't act right. You know what to do. You do just what I'm about to do right now and be done with it. Get that little extra light going on. Now I'm gonna tell you another thing you can use too. If you have like a light board, you can actually take and use a light board as well. So what you would do is you would take and put your transfer right on top of it. And being that these cutting mats are clear, you should be able to see right straight through it. Of course, you probably would have to put it at a high lightage, making sure it was up real high so that you could still see through it to actually be able to put your colors in. So, I mean, like I said, you just got to work with different things. Whatever's going to work and suit you, whatever's going to help you get the job done. Don't be afraid to go ahead and try different things. Because if you don't, honey, you might not never, ever get to where you're trying to go. I cannot tell y'all. Like I said, I cannot tell you how many times when I first started out, which was what, 2019, when I first started really getting into fooling around with crafts, period. I was like, okay. Yeah, I was using all the wrong vinyl. All the permanent vinyl that you're supposed to use for like different books and putting maybe on hardwood surfaces. Yeah, I was putting them on t-shirts and didn't even know it. Then I was like, why in the world am I, every time I go to wash this thing, stuff is falling off? And then I had to learn that if it does not have a actual like sheet over top of it, the clear transfer sheet over top of it, then guess what? That's not made for that, y'all. That is made not for a shirt, but for it to go on a hard surface item. So like I said, if you don't get in there and test the waters, you will not find out what it is you can and cannot do. So like I said, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Try it once or twice. If it don't work out, then guess what? Don't get mad and throw it in a corner. Sometimes you might have to walk away from it though. You might have to say, nah, I'm gonna have to have a brainstorm on that for a minute, a little bit longer. And once you get that brainstorm and you get in there and you be like, you know what, this is what I need to do. This is how I'm gonna get the job done. And then not only that, like they said, there is nothing new under the sun. Don't be afraid to go ahead and type it in and look on YouTube. You know, because the minute you look on YouTube, somebody before you, I'm quite sure, has probably tried out that same thing that you are trying to accomplish. And if not, and you're the first, well, please, by all means, make sure you make that video so that those after you will know that, hey, this is what you have to do in order to accomplish this. Don't be afraid to reach out and show and share. Okay? And they say share. Share, baby. This is how you get it done. This is what you need to do. So we are finished this 8 just like that. Y'all know I like to talk. Y'all know I like to talk. Okay. So blue is finished this 8. We're going to pick this up. Get this one out the way. Once I do that, then we'll go ahead and move on to the 6. Do the word matters. And then, like I said, because we're not going to tarry too long. Okay, so I got a couple of them that wants to get in this hole. Another thing, when you're putting down your rhinestones, go back over and look real good. Because every now and then you might be missing out on not putting one in the actual hole. Or you might have 2, or you might just have one that sits in between the 2 of the rhinestones, or just sitting there, period, on the flock. If you have that type of issue, you want to make sure that you take and move that out the way. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and pick up these rhinestones to get them out the way first. Okay, now we want to do too much with the light. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and pick these up so they will be out the way. We're going to use whatever we have over there for that 6. We're going to pick up this 8. And then, like I said, we're going to keep this hush puppy rolling. All right, so we're going to do like that. And this red is real pretty. It's a cyan. Let me make sure I put the M in there. Cyan red. Very pretty red. Very pretty. Yes. So I'm going to do like that. All right. Get this one out of the teeth because we got teeth on this brush, y'all. All right. I'm going to make sure everybody is out. We're going to pick up this 8 first. Let me pick up this 8 before I do anything else. And we're going to keep it moving. Yes, we are. All right. So I have extra tape up here. I'm going to use this tape. I don't know. I can't use this one. Look like they stuck. Like in between. How they say stuck like Chuck, baby. Let me see if I can get this one apart. Like this. All right. Because I went crazy and stuck these together, y'all. All right. So I'm going to put this over here. I'm going to stick him on something. So he'll be out the way. All right. Just like the other ones. We're going to hold on. And I'm going to make sure I don't get any more of the other rhinestones. And here we go. Go straight down. Take and do like that real good. And then we're going to take and pull him up. Go back down if you have any more that's out of place. That's not sticking right. And go back down again. Just like that. Come on, baby. Come on, get up in here. One more. All right, he trying not to stick. All right, so I'll take and put him in separate. I got another one right here, so I'll take and put him in separate. Okay, so just like that, the 8 is finished. I'm going to stick this on another piece I have over here. Let me find another piece behind me. So how is everybody doing? I know I asked that already, but ain't nobody really said nothing. So come on now, y'all go on and talk, man. I do talk back. All right, we got that done. All right, I'm gonna make sure I got another piece. Okay, this is gonna be for the word matters. Hey, honey. Hey, honey. Congratulations on your daughter graduating. Tell Ladybug I said hi. Yes, I've been fine. Thank you for coming in. I greatly appreciate you. I greatly appreciate you. Ladybug then walked across that stage. Yes, yes, yes. I know you are very, 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 very proud of her. Very proud of her. All right, y'all. So we're going to go ahead. Like I said, get into this. Get this done. And keep going. All right. And then we got our last little word. While I'm in the middle of doing the word matters, I'm going to go ahead and turn on the heat press so that way we know it won't take too long. Okay, now I'm about to make a mess, y'all. I'm about to make a mess. All right, there we go. All right, I'm about to use this light in a minute because I already know. Like I said, y'all, I'm going to pull this up so y'all can see this too. Cricket tried to eat this up, y'all. Cricket did me so wrong. I want to try to see them holes. See how the holes are not circular like they should and that they look oval? Cricket, he was on something. I don't know. He said, Chad. What I'm not going to do is cut these right like you want them to. I'm not going to make it easy for you. But you know what I said, Cricket? I don't need much care because I will pay and place these in. You ain't said nothing, honey. You ain't got nothing on me. How you said in the chat, you ain't got nothing on me. Okay, wait a minute. Hold up. What we doing? Y'all don't know what happened, but oh my goodness. What in the world, y'all? I ain't never seen them crazy like that. I hope that wasn't me that was sitting up there and that, you know how when you had those mouses and they be all over the place, y'all. You got to make sure you put the right way in there. I did. I really, truly did, Uni. But that wasn't the case. I really think it was something going on with my blade this time. And that might very well been why it decided it wasn't going to do it, because I made this design. I made it in silhouette. So whenever you bring something out of silhouette, you got to always make sure you have the right height and weight so that when you go to put it in to not Canva, y'all. I do apologize. Into Cricut, that you have the right settings, because Cricut will not cut it right. It will not. It will make the holes entirely too small or either too big, one or another. So that much I did have down, but I don't know if it was my blade. Like I said, it might have been something stuck under there, but I really truly did not look, so that might very well be my fault this time. But a lot of times, I'm gonna say 80 to 90% of the time before I even go to cut out anything, I always make sure that I take a piece of aluminum foil that's been balled up and I take and sharpen my blade. Okay, I was such in a hurry, so excited about these two designs and making them and getting them done that I didn't even take the time to look, so it very well might be another piece of flock that is stuck up under there. And that could very well be why I got the drama that I got with this particular design this time. But other than that, like I said, we're going to press through and get it done. We're going to keep this hush puppy rolling. Once we get this done, I just know from now on, either I need to change my blade or two. You know how you give yourself a little gag, and sometimes you give yourself a cheat sheet or whatever you want to say. And maybe I need to put something on my machine to tell myself, to remind myself to make sure that I always check to make sure that my blade doesn't have anything stuck under there, any type of material, or that I might just need to do a test run. You know, something small. It don't have to be nothing big. Just something small to make sure that we cutting right. Because if we ain't cutting right, ain't no need to go ahead. Like I said again, waste your flock, honey. You want to be frugal about it. But I'm just glad it's not no big design, because had this been a big design, we wouldn't have even been on here with this. Because we ain't going to tarry too long. We're going to go ahead and do what we came to do what we got to do, and be off. Yeah, because that's one thing I don't like to do, and that's be too long. I like to show you what I'm doing. We get it done. How they say, to the point. We ain't come around to lollygag and play around with your time, because your time is valuable, and I'm very, very appreciative to it. So, just like that, we got that red bling blinging. We almost finished. We got a couple of more holes to fill up, and then we're going to be done with this. All right. But yeah, but like Uni was saying, that is definitely true. You do want to, anytime you have any type of design that you make in silhouette, you want to always make sure that you have your correct height and weight, and width of the design before you come out of silhouette. Because once you take it to Cricut does not, will not, have not, since all the many years of me using it, when you go to put that design in there, it's going to be accurate. It's not. Okay, and just like that, we are finished the 6. We're going to go ahead and take our tape again. Put this down on here. Pick this up. And now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put this heat press on, y'all. So that way we can go right into this shirt. I got my scissors. I'm going to have to cut this. We're going to go right into making this shirt and be done with it. Okay, so we're going to do that right there. Another thing, when you constantly keep using your tape, this transfer tape like I'm doing, let me cut this on. You want to also make sure that it is still some good, because sometimes you can get a piece that you might need to consider throwing away. When it gets too weak, where it will not pick up enough rhinestones, you want to go ahead. I'm changing the time. I'm at the temperature on here, y'all. I'm coming. But you want to make sure that you're picking up. Because if it's not picking up, you want to go ahead and throw it away, because that means you no longer need it. Okay, and just like that, we have set our temperature. And we're going to keep this rolling, baby. All right. All right, so I got this. Let's go ahead and brush this back about our way. Like that. So we won't pick up. Like this tape starting to feel feeling kind of weak. So when it starts feeling kind of weak, I'm going to definitely make sure I throw that away. Thank you, Mama. Yeah, I know. I had made a mistake and hit the mouse, and it took me out of programming. But we back on, everybody, right? If you in the chat, please give me a blue heart, a thumbs up or something if you do see me and hear me and everything like that. Because I know I did make a mistake and hit that mouse. I had to take and move that mouse over there out the way, honey, because we about to be talking and talking and talking, and ain't nobody about to see nothing. But that's how it be, though. That's how it be. Okay, so we're gonna go right down on that. Now we have finished that. So we have our 1, we have our 8, we have our 6, and our 5 done. Let's go ahead and get our word matter done. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so let's go ahead and pick this up. It's going to grab some teeth for a minute. Going to pick up our stuff for us. Get this read about this board. Come on. I need to go across my mat too. Another good thing to use is like your little wipes. You know how you have your regular little hand wipes and different things like that. Well, this is what I use. Because after a while, you have sticky stuff on your board. So I just get the Lysol little wipes. And every so often, I wipe across my self-healing mat. Because a lot of times, you use it so much, you put so much glue and different things on it when you are working with rhinestones and this flock. Like I told you, this flock is very sticky. So you want to, every now and then, make sure you give it a little wipe so it will not attract a whole lot of stuff that you don't need that's going to be in your way. All right, we're going to go ahead and pick up our rhinestones. We're going to get them out the way. And then I'm going to go in. Let me make sure I don't have no more down here. Then I'm going to go in. Yep, we had plenty in the back, y'all. I'm going to go in here and knock our word matters out. And then we'll be finished. So I'm thinking I'm going to use the same color, y'all, because it's on a black shirt. I'm going to just go ahead and pull this off because I'm not about to go through all that. We're not about to go through all that. We're going to just move that up out the way. Do that like that. Put this down like this. Make sure y'all can see it. Pull it up some so y'all can see it. There we go. Now we're going to do our word matters. We're going to use the same dorada that we use for the word still. And as you can see, I think these holes right here look like they are a little bit better, y'all. Just a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and make sure I have the transfer tape that's big enough for that. I do. All right, let's get this hush puppy rolling. Like I said, today I am using a Hanes t-shirt, regular Walmart style, black t-shirt. And I'm going to put that on there. I have my heat press going. This is a regular, like a 9x12. I think the last time I did, don't quote me, I could be off, but the last time I did measure that, I think it was a 9x12 on this heat press. It was my very first heat press that I ever used back in 2019 because I wanted to try it. Like I said, I wanted to try it. Wasn't sure if it was going to work out, but I wanted to try it. So I used to do the little t-shirts, y'all. Put them together. Didn't know what I was doing. Use that permanent vinyl on some of them. And y'all, that thing said, nah, baby, this don't go on here. That thing came right out in that wash, okay? Let me get another one of these little cups over here. Because we about to do these rhinestones and be done with it. So I don't have any more in here. Let me go ahead and pick up some in my hand like this. And I like these little trays right here because what it does is it makes your rhinestones when you take and shake them. You can also use this for diamond dot paints, but what it'll do is it'll straighten them so that you'll have them like this, and you'll be able to go ahead and put your rhinestones in. So I'm gonna hand do these, y'all. It ain't gonna take me long, and then we're gonna be done with this. So what I am gonna do also is have my cup right here. So all the rest of them, extra ones that I don't need on here, I'll be able to pick some of them up out my way. But this is what you have to do especially when you're trying out a design. So just because it came out like this for me, because like I said, Cricket he was on one for me that day, does not mean that when you actually go to cut it out that it will be the same. So this is just my flaw, my error in my particular machine. But you know what I need to do though? I really need to go ahead and start using my silhouette and give Mr. Cricket over there a break though. Because he be doing a whole lot for me. He really truly do, but every now and then you might need to. Yeah. You can hear me, Mama, because I see you got a check in the chat. Thank you. I greatly appreciate you. I know you're working hard, honey. Working hard today. All right, I'm trying to flick some of these out, y'all, so we won't have too many in the way. Let me go ahead and lock in with this light so we can go ahead and get this done. And I don't know who out there, but y'all, like I said, I got my window open, y'all. This is the air. The air is not working today, so we had to do what we had to do. Got the fan going, got the air going on the fan, and the window open. But thank God it's not too hot, so we won't have too many problems today. Because, honey, once you turn that heat press on, you feel like you cooking. Okay? So we're going to go ahead and get these in. And once we do that, we will move on and line our word up. Still 1865 matters. It can be worn any day of the year, not just on Juneteenth. It can be worn, period, to show your pride. That's all. All right, y'all. We are almost finished. It don't look like it, but it is. It don't look like it, but it is. And guess what? Next time, y'all, we ain't gonna do this. How they say? Once is good enough for me. If it don't work, we're not about to do that again. But like I said, I won't go throw this flock away. Nope, not at all. Okay, so we got that done. I'm gonna brush on across here. See what I can get in here. All right, not too bad on the E, y'all. Not too bad on the E. Not too bad on the E. All right. And the T came in pretty good, y'all. Let me take and brush some of these out. All right. Cut them off. Okay. And now we're going to go like this. See, this light come in handy, y'all, because I can pretty much see real good with it. Because every now and then, you know, your girl wear a pair, extra pair of eyes. Sometimes you need a third pair. Sometimes you need a third pair of eyes. And this light is a big help. Big help. All right, so we're going to do like that. I'm going to shine it on here. And we are almost finished. This is a pretty color too. This puts you in a mind of like a gold, but it also puts you in a mind like a bronze type of color. Okay, we got an extra one. Like I said, you want to always make sure you go over your design to make sure that you don't have any extra lingered ones. Because when you go to press that baby, you're gonna see you got stuff you don't necessarily want and need in that design. So you want to make sure that you are always checking and rechecking. See, I got another one that's got two of them in there. I'm going to take them out. All right, we got all them in there. We're going to move on to our tea. Then we got one more tea to go. And 2 more letters after that. Not too bad, y'all. Not too bad. Not too bad. I know y'all don't lay me out. Y'all don't lay me out. That girl gonna come on here and know goodness well. But I really didn't think it was going to, be this much of a not brushing in. Like I said, I had never encountered this particular thing that happened in cricket. I've heard of people saying they've had that difficulties, but I've never encountered it myself. So I really thought even though the holes were oblong, that they were going to be okay. Okay? So just like that, we're going to brush across again. This one pretty much is in for that T right there. Gonna get it in at A. All right. I don't want to put too many in that T because that might make it easier for us to pick up. All right. And we don't have that many in the A we got to put back in either. Okay. We can move that up because I ain't even need this. I'm going to go ahead and dump that back in there so we don't have a bunch of extra rhinestones in the way. Okay, and just like that, we're going to put these in this tea. And we're gonna be heading over to that heat press. It's gonna heat up this room in a few. Yeah, that's like an extra heater. He got his own little thing going on. All right, we're gonna move these out. Okay, don't stick thing. Every now and then this flock gets very, very sticky to the point where it will attract the rhinestone. So like when you go to pick up the tape off of, up off your design, it will take and eat up your rhinestones. Try to keep them for itself, honey. Like, nah, you can't put this in the design. I want to keep this a little longer. Yeah. And that's how that be running. That's how that be working. Okay, we got an extra one right here. I'll go ahead and take that out. And just like that, we got the T done. Now we're going to go ahead to the A. And some people like, some people like doing only the easy things. Sometimes you got to go ahead and do the difficulty. So what might seem a whole difficulty to you, it might be very easy to the next person. But like I said, you don't know if you don't test some waters. So we is very much testing these waters today. Let me grab another rhinestone. And just like that, we are finished the A as well. Pull up my extra ones out the way. We got the M left, y'all, and then we are, what's not hardly, mama? I hear you talking to me, but I need to know what I asked you. What did I ask you? And now you replying back. Okay, I'm going to go over my design again, y'all, to make sure that I don't have any extra rhinestones that are not in place or any extra ones that shouldn't be there. Okay, we looking good. Let me finish the M, and then we can keep it moving. We be ready to go ahead and press it, y'all. Y'all be ready for that, right? Say, yeah, girl. You done played with these daggone things long enough. It's so therapeutic because if you have hand problems and then you need some type of exercise, just go ahead and pull you out some rhinestones. Get you a design. Don't get no real easy, but get you a design. And it's very therapeutic. It is. And then some people be like, girl, I don't want all them rhinestones I have to put in. But if you start out small, get your little small design. It's not too much. You go ahead You start placing them in one at a time. You look up and you be done. Like I'm almost done. I got like what, 2 holes to fill up. Let me look her over here real good. Yep, 1 hole now, y'all. And just like that, bam, we done. We done. I'm just checking around to make sure it's no extra ones. And that didn't take long. That didn't take long. Not at all. All right. What y'all talking about, Miss Danielle and Mama Queenie? What is y'all talking about? All right, y'all. Let me tap these up in here, out the way. And then we will go on. So whenever you have materials, items that you want to put your particular design on, you want to always make sure you take some moisture out. So that is the first thing I'm going to be doing with my shirt. Everybody in the lane's quiet. Oh, they quiet. What they quietly doing? They quietly looking at you, listening to you, or everybody just chilling, period? What they doing, mama? Oh, on the lanes bowling. Oh, okay. Okay. So you getting your bowling on. Or everybody out your way. How many times y'all use your tape before you have to throw it away? That's what I was just telling you. So this is the thing. Like this tape right here, I know I've at least used it maybe about 4 times. Now I'm going to show you. Let me see if I got some other tape that's okay. And like a lot of times when you use different items, they might have like, you see how that looks like it's a lot of different like dye in the shirts and everything. So if I was going to use like a white shirt, I probably wouldn't use this at all because I don't know if the dye is going to transfer on it. But if you have like a dark shirt, like a black one, a dark red or something like that, then yes, I would use this again. But I'm going to say you might can get anywhere from maybe, maybe 4, 5. It depends on, I guess, the pressure, the temperature, the design, how many times. I think I used this maybe about 3. I want to say about 2, 3. So it just depends. It really depends. But if you see that you take a corner of it and you put it down and it does not attract the rhinestones like it should, it's time to throw that away. It's very, very, very truly time to throw that away. Oh, let me make sure I put this tape on here, y'all, because I'm going to tell y'all. I went to go and pull the top off of one of these, and oh my God, y'all. Them rhinestones are trying to get away from me. Another thing, like if you go to pull it back and you don't feel no type of get back, pull back or nothing like that, baby, that tape gone. That tape gone. But you see how I got so much pull back on this one still? So this one's still some good. So I might have used it 4 times. Come on, give me my rhinestone chair. Come on here. You cannot have my rhinestone chair. Give me this. Thank you. Oh, you still won't come up. Okay, let me see something. Let me see something. See, this is what I was talking about. Y'all, this flock is funny acting. Oh, this flock is funny acting. He won't even give me my rhinestone. He trying to keep my rhinestone, y'all. But I will put this in. Not right now. Like I said, I don't want to have y'all. But y'all see how he won't even come up. He wouldn't even come up. I'm going to put this on that so I can pick it up. We're going to go ahead and keep going like this. Pulling them up. But normally you can take your hand and go across it. And brush them back in. With no problem. So they'll all stay on the tape. So here go another one. Just want to kind of put it down. Mash down a little bit. But like I said, I got that funny acting tape, y'all. So it might not pick it up. If it don't, that's okay. We're not going to worry about it. And now since that been on there, y'all see how that's still on the end of my my pointer piece? That's because it's tape. It's just tape. This tape is funny acting, y'all. Very funny acting. So I need to get me some more. I meant not tape, the flock. All right, just like that, the word matters is done. It's down. We're gonna put this over here. I'm gonna move this out the way. I'm gonna go ahead and put a shirt board down here so y'all can see it as I'm placing it on my shirt. We're gonna move everything else out the way. And I have my heat press set at 330. Let me switch cameras so that y'all, now we can put the mouse back down here so we don't make a mistake. Okay, so now I'm gonna switch cameras, or really I'm gonna just take and move one over. Let me come and see something. Let me see something. Oh no, I need to go this way. And click on that and bring this on. All right, so I'm gonna bring myself in some. So I'm up in the corner, and then I got this right here, like that. Okay, cool. Now y'all can see me and see the table as well. So we're gonna go ahead and put this shirt form down. So this is the shirt form. I'm just gonna put it on the table so that y'all will be able to see as I take the rhinestones off. This is another thing I'm gonna do, because this gonna work my nerves if I don't, y'all. So I'm gonna cut this down some. Y'all give me 1 minute. Like I said, something don't work out for you, you gotta make it work, right? So I'm gonna cut that down some because we don't need it that big. We just need it enough like that. Okay. Now we're gonna go ahead and use our black shirt, and I'm gonna go ahead, and this is how I do mine when I want to take the moisture out, and also to give myself like a cheat guide as well. Okay, I got too much going on, y'all. Let me move this other stuff out the way so that we can work with it. All right, so I take my shirt. You want to go ahead from your neck on both sides. You want to take and fold it in. So you do it like that. You take both corners of your shirt, sweatshirt, or whatever you want to use. You want to take and pull it so it's in half. See, that's in half. So I'm going to take this while it's in half, and I actually can take this camera. I don't want to take y'all too much on the journey, but the heat press is right here. Okay? So now y'all can see it on both ways. All right, we're going to move our little stuff out the way. I'm going to put this on the heat press, but first I got to make sure I don't have anything else in the way. I'm going to pull the heat press to me. This is a swing away. Okay, I don't need it that close. So I'm just going to swing away. I do have my temperature at 335. Just like this in half. Another thing I do when I put it on the heat press, I go 3 or 4 fingers down. So wherever I'm going to start my design off, see how I have my hands right here? So I'm going to start my design right there. So that is the part I'm going to make sure it's still on the heat press. And the other half that I'm not will be off the heat press. So that is like a cheat guide for you. Not only is it in the middle for you, but it also is your starting spot. So you're going to have across and down. You don't have to have this on for too long, because like I said, you just want to take the moisture out of where you're going to have the design at. Now some people, baby, this thing became their iron. So some people use this for their iron, period. You know how it is. You don't want to pull all that out, ironing board and all that. Go and slap that on the heat press, you be fine. Okay. So then we're going to take this. I'm going to open it up. You can't really see this because it's on black, but I do have that little cheek gag going across like I told you. I'm going to go ahead and put this back down here on my heat press. You want to make sure you take the arms because that's where your design should be, in between. You don't want it to be too far on the left or too far on the right. You want to make sure you have that center, right down the center. I'm going to move this back some more because I don't want to burn my hands. You see it's a swing away. All right. Another thing, you using black. Some people don't never use one. But when you have little animals or whatever like that, their hair tends to travel. So I'm going to go ahead and use that. And we're going to keep this going. All right, now, I'm going to start at the top with the word still. So we already know we had an issue with this S. So I'm going to definitely have to go back in and do a lot of cosmetic type of putting back together. But for the main purpose of showing y'all, I'm going to go ahead and just put it on here. And I'll go back in and make sure that I put back in here what needs to go back in here. So just like that, I'm going to line it up in the middle, right in the middle. Going to swing this back. You can use a Teflon sheet if you like, which I do have over here somewhere, or not. This, I'm not going to need one, so I'm not going to worry about that. And we're going to go down just like that for 40 seconds. And let me see if I can actually bring y'all over this way so I don't have to keep swinging back this way. So I'm going to take and come in here while we're waiting. I'm going to move this right here. I'm going to move me out. And then I'm going to take and turn y'all this way. So we're going to go right over here. So that way we right over it. Okay? How long can you use it? I heard her mama. That's why I stated to her. I stated to her that it takes. It really just depends on the design, which you use it for, different things like that. Like I said, this one I've used it for maybe 4 times, but I very well might can use it for a little longer. So y'all see how the steel, you can see it from a distance that it's okay, right? But I still very well might need to go in there and do a little cosmetic surgery on the steel. Okay, so just like that, by this being a small heat press, we're gonna go up a little bit more. Like I told you, the 1865 is not a straight up and down design. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull out my pieces and line them up where they should go. Okay, so the one will go right here. Let me pull the 8 off. The 8 will go just like this. Move it over just a little bit. The 8 will go right here like this, right up under the 2 L's, just like that. So I know that one goes like this. I'm going to go ahead and press him down before I put the one in place. Another thing, when you're taking your hand off, bowling tape is one and done. Oh, okay. Okay. Another thing, when you're dealing with rhinestones, you want to make sure that you be careful because they're going to be hot, baby. So you don't want to put your hand on them. Okay? You really, truly don't. Being that we have more than one item to put down, we're not going to do a for real press down. At the end, we're going to press everything. As you can see, 1 or 2 little rhinestones left over. Like I said, I have to definitely go back in there, do a little cosmetic surgery, put the little stuff in place like it should go. But we're going to keep this hush puppy rolling. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this one up. Like I said, these are not made to go across together. Everything is kind of pretty much like a staggering type of thing. So that's the 1. After the 1, we're going to put the 6, and then the 5 will go here. I know I'm going to have to move it up because this is a small heat press. We're just going to go down like that. You want to make sure you apply enough pressure. So my heat press is kind of tight. Okay. So we're going to do like that. I'm not going to press it all the way. I just want to tack it down enough. Okay. Just like that. We're going to go ahead. Pull this up. Okay. And now I'm going to pull this up some more. So we got 18 so far. Still 18. I'm going to kind of put this 6 right here. So the 6 will go right here and the 5 will go right there. Okay, so we're going to put the 6 on. And I want that to kind of be angled like. So I'm going to put this right here like that. Okay. We're going to swing in again. Give it a few. And then we're going to put the 5 down. Then we got the word matters and we'll be done. Yes, 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 yes. It didn't take long. It was just the fact of how I was telling y'all. That thing was 8 up, baby. 8 up. 8 up. Had it not been 8 up, we'd have brushed this in and probably been on the second one, okay? All right, now we're going to take our 5. Our 5 is going to go like here. All right. And just like that, take and hold it. And we're going to go in like that a little bit because we don't want it to be matchy up and down. We want it in the same area. Going to go down like that. And now we're going to be ready for our word matters. Like I said, it's a lot of rhinestones. I'm going to have to definitely go back, put them in, and then put like a little shorter so you can really see it, how pretty it is. But for the most part, I just know from now on when I deal with Cricut, I got to make sure I do a test cut. How they say I do it so you don't have to worry about it. I tried it, now you know what. Go ahead and test your stuff out. Don't do like Blue did. Test your stuff out. Make sure you're good. Okay, and just like that, let me see something. Yeah, we're going to make sure we kind of line this up a little bit like that. So matters will go right here. I'm going to move the shirt up some because like I said, this is a small heat press. We're going to take that. I'm going to take and open it. Make sure no rhinestones. You don't want to pull this too fast either because it will make your rhinestones pop off. And just like this, we're going to place this just like that. Not too close, but just right. And go across like that. Go down. And now this will get the 440. And we almost finished. Then I'm going to bring it right on over here. We can see. And we can keep this hush puppy rolling, y'all. I greatly appreciate y'all for putting up with my my shenanigans and stuff, y'all. But your girl Blue gonna be coming on more, y'all. Just doing different things. So it won't be necessarily always rhinestones, but it'll be something. Blue gonna get back up on here and show y'all a little something. All right, so we don't have this beeping up in y'all ears. I'm gonna go ahead and take and turn this off. And let's come on back to the table. Okay? To the table. All right, so I don't want y'all on the floor. I'm gonna go ahead and pull y'all around. Okay, I got both the cameras over there. I didn't realize I had both the cameras over there. All right, we're gonna swing on back. All right, so now we right here. Let me make sure y'all can see this. Oh, y'all, that thing is attacked and them rhinestones is attacked in that camera. I don't even know if the camera gonna get right. But anyway, here go the word matters. I'm gonna go ahead and pull that off. I'm gonna pull my other camera up so that we can see this shirt real good. All right, where's my Let me get the mouse. Let me pull this up so y'all can see it. All right, so let me pull this back in. And let me make this one big. All right, and we got that in my way. All right, now I'm going to show y'all the shirt. And we're going to roll up our chair. All right, let me come down so I can see y'all. Y'all can see me. Okay, y'all. So this will let me turn the light out because sometimes I can see better. Y'all can see it better. We don't have all this light in the way washing us out over here. Okay. So bam. Still 1865 matters. Can y'all see that? Y'all see that, y'all? So like I said, I have to go in, fine tune a couple of the rhinestones in the word still, and also in the matters. But this is all we got for today, y'all. And I greatly appreciate y'all coming along for the journey. But still 1865. Like I said, it can be worn any day of the year. It don't have to be for that one day. It can be done any day of the year. But I greatly appreciate y'all for coming in, sitting around and going through it with your girl. But before I leave y'all, I want to say my little affirmation, and I hope that y'all will join me again. You can't control people's actions, but you can control how you interact with them. Protect your peace, stand in your truth, and always move with love. Until next time, remember to bloom harder each and every day. It's your girl Blue, and I'm out. Thank y'all for coming in. And I'm going to do the design, detail it, and put it up on the short so you can fully see the design. I'm going to also make a short so that if you would like to purchase this, it will be in my Etsy store. Until next time, peace out, y'all. I greatly appreciate y'all. Y'all be blessed.